Legacy in motion, we ain't stopping till we rich. 5 stacks, that's 100K. Got your Ruby at 250, now we doing big things. Diamond ring shining at $500,000, double up a milli. Now we running up the bill. Social media take over, dominating every lane. Top team worldwide, put respect on the name. Now we build that wealth to travel more, stress less, and invest in yourself. Run it up, take it up, go. Bronze, silver, gold, let's grow. Let's go. 1 star, 2 star, 3, 4, 5. 5-star Rolex, living that life. It's a movement. We changing lives, we breaking generational curses. We stacking legacy, and we ain't stopping till we all at the top. Team relentless, we here to stay. Building wealth in a major play. Legacy moves, travel dreams unlocked. No break, straight to the top. Y'all, I love that song. I really do. It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I teach taxes. How you doing? Look, it's almost that time of the year for you to get quite busy, isn't it? It is almost that time of the year. Okay, let me see. All right, there we go. I'm just trying to get everything together. All right. Happy Monday. It is Monday, y'all. It is Monday. Thank you for the heart me. I teach taxes. You awesome. Let me tell you something. Before I get into this, I'm gonna keep a real kind of kid, okay? I'm gonna keep a real kind of kid. And y'all have to excuse me. I don't have the room I thought I was gonna have because I'm in my office number 2, which is in the living room with the recliner and everything, you know. All right. Oh, look at they're like little gummy bears. Hey, the bears. Hi. Hi. I love that on Team Relentless, right? I know, right? Let me go back up. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. All right. Hey, April. Look, let me say something. Let me get this on out the way. It is not travel related, okay? But let me get this out the way. I might even make a post about it, but I'm gonna just go on and say it. I am equal opportunity, okay? I want followers. I want the ladies. I want the guys. I want the young. I want the old to follow me because I think I got a message to put out. I think I have something that's important to some and more important to others. Okay? Okay? Hey, Sandra. So, when I see people that say they're going to follow me, right? And I follow them back. Well, I check out the profiles and make sure they ain't crazy folks. Okay? When I get the male counterparts to follow me, right? And I follow them back, right? They look like decent people. What I am not looking for is a boo thing, okay? I am married, wedlocked, okay? I do not need another boo thing. So when I follow you and the first thing comes out your texted mouth is, hello, beautiful. Now, I'm not saying I ain't beautiful, but I'm not available. Block immediately. Can we stop this? Is there any way to avoid that? I just had to get that off my chest because I'm just trying. You know what? What I ain't gonna do? I ain't gonna let it get me. I ain't gonna let it get me. I ain't gonna let it get me. How y'all doing today? Happy Monday. It is a marvelous Monday. And if this is your first time here and you're like, what? First of all, who is this woman and why is she fussing like that? I don't mean to fuss. I don't. But some things just get on my nerve. Do I look like I need somebody like that? Wait a minute. Maybe my rings ain't okay. Good Lord. Now I have men on my team. Respectful. Thank you very much. Who didn't come at me like, hey, beautiful, how you doing this morning? Ain't that how you do your little side pieces, your hidden pieces, your side chicks or whatever? Or your wife?
How y'all doing? My name is Tracy. I am a travel agent business coach. I make money when I book travel. I also make money when I'm not booking travel. I also teach others how they can also be paid travel professionals in this amazing industry. Thank you. Thank you for the heart me. Was it Chanel? Okay, you know I can't read that cursive writing. And you might be right, April, you might be right, but good God Almighty. Anyway, I also help others become trained professionals in the travel industry. Be their own travel boss, okay? Hey, Chanel, Team Relentless in the house. Hey, I can show you guys how y'all can join me on the money-making side of travel. And there is a money-making side of travel, okay? Now, if this is your first time with me, go on and say hey, girl, hey, say something so I know that I'm not sitting here by myself talking to some, bots. Well, I know April's not a bot, and I know Chanel's not a bot, okay? So I'm just saying, show some love. And while you're doing that, go ahead and put them hearts on the screen. I see them, and look, follow the leader, right? Because when we get this live to 10,000 likes, right, I will be giving away travel getaway vouchers, okay? Thank you for sharing the live, Chanel. I appreciate you. Right. All right, so let's get on into it, because I'm here for a travel Q&A. Question and answers. If you got questions, I've got answers. And please don't think that your questions or your questions are going to be silly or crazy and or anything else like that. No. Ask your question. The dumbest question that you have is the one you do not ask. Okay? Because you sit here through this whole live and you be like, I should have said something. I should have said something. I should have asked my question. And you should, and you can. I'm here for that, okay? Now, if for some odd reason you want to keep it on the low, that you don't want nobody asking nobody know you asking questions about the business. Let me see what I can do here. Let me take this off. I'm gonna turn this screen around. You can always go to my webinar, which is located at travelagentworkshop.com. Use the code TNIGHT5602. Y'all see that? You can do a screenshot. Let me get it straight. Okay. Travel Agent Workshop. Use the code TNIGHT5602. Okay? I tell you, some things just take me all over the edge, but we're not going to let that bother me today. All right? So, and when you go to travelagentworkshop.com, do not put www. Don't do that. Don't put THE because you don't need it. Don't do that. When you get there, you'll know you're in the right place because on the right-hand side of the screen, there's going to be some beautiful people. One lady's on the beach. She is working on her laptop, okay? Probably doing her travel business, okay? Underneath her is a guy with a serious selfie going on. Or maybe he's FaceTiming. I don't know. But he's like, the Joker smile. That's what I look at it. And then there's a couple underneath him. They got these great big old cameras. I envision that they're taking pictures of castles. Okay? You're in the right place. Scroll down just a little bit. It's going to be 3 boxes. It's going to ask you for your first name. Not even your last name. Okay? Not even your last name. Right? And an email address. And my code, TNIGHT5602. Okay? Put that in there. It's going to open up the door. You're going to get the best sneak peek into this travel industry. All right? Give you all the information you need and then some, right? So you can come out there and make an informed decision about starting your business and being an agent on my team. And yes, I'm going to say it just like that because I believe in manifestation. Okay? Okay? All right. So don't forget, put your questions down below. Or you know what? You can just go ahead and text the word workshop to 281-767-9711. You're still going to need the code TNIGHT5602. Okay? And if you see the hearts flowing, add to it because when we get to 10K, I am giving away a travel getaway. So make sure, boop, 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 double tap across my forehead. Trust and believe I don't feel a thing, right? And share the live. Hey, Olivia. Who is that? Olivia Anderson. Hey, that's a different way to spell it. Share the live. You can pin a comment now. Oh, I know that. TikTok be doing so much. They be like throwing stuff in there. Share the live, because I know y'all know at least 5 people I don't know, right? The more the merrier. We're all in here. We're showing some love. I want to give away. Stuff. I want to say thank you for hanging out with me, because you could be anywhere on these little TikTok streets, but you're here with me. Okay? Okay. So, how do we get started here? Oh, I got a list of questions too that people tend to ask me when I go live, or in actuality, I talk to people out there in the real world and they have questions too. So there's a list here of the frequently asked questions about being a travel agent, starting your own travel agent business, right? So when you put yours down there, look, I will answer your question, but I've got questions too. Okay? Okay. All right. Now, a little bit about me real quick. I'm in the DMV. Right? And having said that, where y'all at? My language is what my language is. It may not be grammatically correct. Hey, Lisa, Stelly, how are you? Right? But y'all know what I'm saying. Where y'all at? Put in the chat where you are listening, watching from. I am in the DMV, which is the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. I'm in the Maryland part. It's cold. That wind outside was downright disrespectful. Now, I know it's November, right? It ain't supposed to be 80 degrees. Look, I got on what they call a shacket, the long shirt jacket type thing. And I was like, where is my leather coat? Because I went grocery shopping today. And I couldn't have been more than 50 steps from the front door. And I thought I was Frosty the Snowman when I stepped in because it was cold. Hey, BB, how you doing? That guy just, anywho. Right, so let me know where you're listening to this from. Let me know where you're at, okay? Like I said, I'm in the DMV. I was not born here. Lisa's in Louisiana. Louisiana's in the house. I wasn't born here. I was born in Gary, Indiana. Yes, the home of the Jacksons, okay? But by the time I was still walking in my hard bottom shoes, they was famous and gone. Okay, famous and gone. So I didn't get to meet any of them. Hey, Martin. Now I do. Ooh, Olivia's in Mississippi. M-I, crooked letter I, P-P-I. Did y'all learn how to spell Mississippi like that in school? M-I, crooked letter I, P-P-I. That's how I learned it. Not that I had many opportunities to go around spelling the state of Mississippi, but still, that's how I learned it. Yeah, Janet and I are close in age and birth dates, but like I said, by the time I was walking in my hard bottoms, they were gone. They was already on the West Coast. Okay. Lisa says yes, that's how she learned it too, right? So, when I grew up, travel was not a thing. I'm not saying travel didn't happen. I'm just saying travel didn't happen in my household, all right? I lived and grew up in the demographic of first of the month welfare checks, okay, and food stamps and clothing vouchers. Now, don't cry for me, okay? I believe the way I was raised made me into the woman that I am today, and I don't know about y'all, but I love me some me. Hey, Camille, what's going on? I got a cousin named Camille. Welcome in. So we didn't do the whole travel thing. I had to borrow a suitcase to go to college, okay? And I didn't do my real traveling until I joined the military. I am an Army veteran, Army strong. And when they told me I had to go over to Germany to start my duty, I asked them, and I was stone cold serious because I had never been on a plane. Is there another way we can get there? Is there a boat, a bus, a train? And they told me I had to fly. I was not a happy camper, but I did it. And while I was there, hey, Mrs. MCD, I went to go see Paris. I saw Amsterdam. I saw London, Belgium. I saw a lot of stuff over there. And right then and there, I knew it. Travel had to be part of my life for the rest of my life. So, I was like, okay, right? So while I was over there doing duty, I was traveling, right? Anybody else? We got any other first-time travelers who, do you know where you went the very first time you left home on a trip? Tell me, where'd you go? Like I said, the very first time I left home, they sent me to Germany. Where'd you go on your very first trip? Where did you go? I want to know. Anyway, By the time I got back stateside, they put me in Virginia, in the DMV area, but I was in Virginia. And then time went on. I met my husband. Hey, Jennifer. We now have 3 children. They're not children. They're grown folk. We're pretty much empty nesters. Our son is down in North Carolina. Our oldest daughter, she lives about 15 minutes away. The youngest one, she has a room in the house. She ain't never here. Never. She in love, y'all. She ain't never here. She always with the boo. Hey, Earl, right? And I was a federal government employee when I started my travel business. I just recently retired. My last day with the federal government was March 31st. And I have been doing this business, hey, Shay Roselle, since April 1st. And the only regret that I have is that I wish I had done it sooner. So that's why I'm here tonight to answer your questions, because I know you got them. Hey, Sisterella, I know you got them, right? I know I'm not the only one. Look, if you love to travel, and most people do, okay? We ain't talking about whether you got the money to travel or nothing like that. Stop overthinking it. If you love to travel and would like to travel more than once or twice a year, okay? Or if you're that person who has been doing the job of a travel agent, you know, you book trips for everybody in your family and your circle of friends. You're the go-to person when it comes to getting out of town, even for the weekend, a week, a vacation, whatever. You're the one they go to, right? You've been doing the job of a travel agent for free. Okay, so I'm here to tell you, stop that. I'm gonna tell you why you need to stop that. I'm gonna tell you how you've been doing that. Okay, all right. And anytime that you don't want to talk to me or want to listen to me, or maybe you can't stay, you can just go over to travelagentworkshop.com. Use my exclusive code TNIGHT5602. Okay, or text the word workshop to 281-767-9711. You're still gonna need the code though, TNIGHT5602. All right, or you can just drop your question down there. Hey, Florence, you can just drop your question down there, and I'll answer it. Now, if you don't want nobody to know your business, that you're trying to figure out how to get into the travel business, you okay? Go into my inbox. Make sure we're connected. Okay, make sure we're connected, and then ask your question. I will answer your question. Okay. Okay, we good? We good. Now, I'm going to tell y'all some things that I found out when I was doing my research, right? Like I said, when I started this business, I was working full time for the federal government, get up at 4:00 in the a.m. to prepare for an hour and a half commute one way, work 9 hours, hour and a half commute coming back, and then come home, walk the dog, be the wife, cook the dinner, make sure there's some clothes, washed and folded for the next day, and do it all over again to get ready for tomorrow. That was my life, right? And I was supposed to retire in 2027, because I did. I loved my job. I loved my career, right? But then when things started changing over there in the House of the White, maybe I should just say White House. Anyhow, I was like, no, I can't, because it was stressful even going into the job that I had held for 13 years that I absolutely loved, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I said, you know what? It's time for me to get out before they put me out. So I retired early, right? And if you know anything about retirement, when you retire early, you pretty much take a ding to your annuity. All right, I don't know if y'all know that, but you take a little bit of a ding to your annuity, right? So I knew that I was going to have to do something that I love to do, that I was able to do on my own time and get paid for it, so I could kind of make up the difference that the ding made, right? If y'all look, I know I'm not the only one. Right? But I always knew I wanted to be a travel agent, though, because I have been booking travel since 2009. I didn't use a travel agent. I never used a travel agent. Okay? I did it myself. And y'all know, in this day and age where everything is DIY, you can build your flipping house just by going to YouTube University. Okay? All right? But I'd already been doing it myself for my family, my friends, and their friends, and everything else like that. Hey, Steffi. So it was like, okay, let me go ahead and do this. But when it was time to retire, like I said, I knew I had to replace the ding of retiring early, right? So it behooved me to find out what my plan B of being a travel agent was going to do for me now that I was going to be retiring. So here's what I found out, y'all. Here's some stuff that I found out. Now, y'all, let me go on and get the love before I tell you this. So make sure y'all go ahead and do some double tapping across my forehead, because I don't want you to shoot the messenger or nothing like that. And I want to get this live to 10K so that I can give away travel getaways. Okay? Okay. So here's what I found. Oh, and we play follow the leader over here. So when you see the hearts, follow the hearts. All right? Follow the hearts. Thank you, Lisa, for the love. I see it. I see it. Okay. Here's the thing. I told you I wanted to be a travel agent, right? And I wanted to get paid for it. Did y'all know that 85% of the people out there booking travel today, and yes, they're still booking travel today. Travel ain't going nowhere. It is recession proof, COVID proof, and whatever's going on in the world today, proof. Okay? When people want to go somewhere, they will rub 2 nickels together until they get a quarter. Because they're going. I know. Because I am people. Okay? All right? So that happens. People still travel. We got businessmen still going from New York to Cali, right? And they staying in them fancy schmancy hotels, driving the vroom, vroom, vroom cars, okay? We still got people getting married, and they're doing destination weddings, okay? That ain't stopping. We got people going back and forth to school. People going on their honeymoons. They want to go. They just got to get away from the dishes, the clothes, and maybe the people in their house. People are still traveling. Okay? Okay? But I want y'all to put a pin in that, because let me write it down. Travel. All right. Right? But 85% of the people are going in on their little computers, on their little lunch break, and they are booking travel. But they're doing it for free. Now, here you are. Hey, Maze, you're wondering, wait a minute, how you mean? What you mean? Say it again. Free. Because all I did was open up my computer. I knew where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do, and all that. Look, I didn't pay nothing because I ain't used no travel agent. See, that's that first myth that we're going to have to pop out right now. Poof, pop that bubble. You never pay a travel agent when they book travel for you. You are not paying the travel agent when they book travel. So while y'all running around the block avoiding using a travel agent, you never did. You never paid a travel agent. You know why? Because travel agents get paid by commission, and that commission is paid by the suppliers. You know, your favorite cruise line, your favorite hotel, your favorite resort, you know, your what they call it, rental car company. They pay travel agents because there is a commission payment, if you will, attached to everything related to travel. So when you're booking that trip, the commission's already there. It's already included in the price that you paid. Yeah, you just don't get it because you're not a travel agent. That part. Here's the thing that kind of like burned me the wrong way, right? And since I'm already in that kind of a mood today, people were asking for stuff that they just can't get. I can't help it. I'm beautiful. Anyway, okay. There's a commission already attached to the price, already there. Y'all didn't know it. All right, and you weren't gonna know it. Hey, Gail, because you're not a travel agent. But see, now that I know better, oh, I do better. I don't do anything travel related if I cannot monetize it. I'm not staying in a hotel if I'm not booking it as a travel agent. I'm not getting on a flight if I'm not booking it as a travel agent. Okay, I don't care what the resort is and how pretty it is. If I can't book it as a travel agent, I ain't going. Right? But see, 85% of y'all been doing that. You've been going to Cancun, Jamaica, Punta Cana, Hawaii, Montana, Denver. You've been doing all that, putting all the work in, and somebody else is getting your money. You're welcome, Lisa. Somebody else is getting your money. And thank you for the love. I saw the hearts, y'all. We follow the leader over here. Okay? Yeah. All that money, all that time you put in to make sure everybody who's going on the trip is in the right rooms, in the right place. Y'all gonna be doing whatever. All that. You did that. You coordinated all of that. And somebody else got your money. You know, when you went to the third-party booking site, they got your money. And it is yours. You put the work in, but since you were not a travel agent, you didn't get it. Hey, Minister Amira, right? You didn't get it. Here. I want you to close your eyes since y'all can hear me. Hopefully y'all can hear me, but I want you to close your eyes and envision this for a moment. You have just spent, 30 minutes, 45 minutes on the computer, booking that trip to Jamaica, or Cancun, or whatever it is you're going, right? You get to the page where you got to make the payment or your deposit, right? You hit the button, boop, submit. Envision this big blue box. I only picked blue because I like that. That's my favorite color. This big blue box on the screen that says, congratulations, you have just booked your trip to Cancun. We're so excited and we can't wait for you to get here. FYI, had you booked this trip as a travel agent, you would have received XYZ in commission. But since you're not, you won't receive that commission. But that's okay. You're still going to have a great time, and we can't wait for you to get here. We'll see you then. Bye. You can open your eyes now. Hey, Lavette, how many of y'all will be like, wait a minute, what? I could have got what? Because when I book my trips, right, I see, because I'm a travel agent, I see the commission attached to the trip. So I already know that my clients, my family, whoever, they're going to go on that trip. They're going to have a great time. And I am going to get paid for it. Hey, user 5129. What's going on? Missy and Nene, is that you? Okay. See, y'all don't see that. Y'all so busy trying to avoid the fact that you think you're paying a travel agent that you are missing out on some money. You're leaving money on the table for somebody else to do. Even if you go directly to your favorite cruise line, your favorite resort, your favorite hotel or whatever, right, and you do it there, you still don't get the money. You still don't get the money, right? The supplier is like, hey, I saw they just booked that trip. Was that a travel agent? No, it's just John Q. Public. Oh, okay, they keep the money. Why are y'all doing all the work? And see, I can fuss about it now, and I'm fussing it with love, okay? Okay. Hey, Willie, why y'all doing all that work and somebody else getting that money? I had a lady on the live, she said that, because she was listening to what we were talking about, she said, oh, wow, I just booked 3 cruises earlier this summer. And I'm sure they had an amazing time. She left money on the table because she booked it, but she wasn't a travel agent. They had a good time, but she didn't get no commission from it. That part. Right? So, that's something you need to know. Now, that pen that I put it in, I've also had people say, well, I don't travel that often, maybe once a year, I take my little 2 weeks or whatever, because they got the jobs, right? And you take your little 2-week vacation. I get it. Well, here's the thing. Travel is more than just trains, planes, and automobiles, right? So for those of you who think, well, I don't travel enough to become a travel agent. Really? Okay. You do not. Well, maybe you don't. Let me clear something up for you. Hey, Bernice. Hey, Nora. What's going on? Before I do that, y'all, come on in. Show some love. Show some love. Show the hearts. And look, because we're going to get this live to 10,000 likes. And when we do, I'm going to give away travel getaways. All right? All right. Thank you for following me, Nora. I'm going to follow you right back. Hold on. Let me get my pen. See, because if I end up putting them boxes on my screen, I can't. Okay, well, you follow me, so maybe I'm following you, I guess. All right. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. more than planes, trains, and automobiles. And for you people, I don't mean you people, but I mean folks. Let me say folks who think, well, I only travel maybe once a year, so I'm good. I don't need to be a travel agent because, okay, I'm sorry, but anytime I can save $1, I'm saving $1. If it's the only dollar I save all year, but that's just me, all right? All right? Travel agent commission. Y'all are doing this, but you're not getting the commission about it. Now, let me ask you this question before I elaborate. Would you like to be paid for something that you're already doing? Right? Would you like to be able to do something you was going to do anyway, you love doing, and get paid for it? Say me. Just say me. Because I know, for me, I would. I love traveling. I love planning our family trips. I get the warm and fuzzies, right? And my family already know. Before we leave that trip, I'm already planning the next trip. Lisa says yes. Why not? You're doing it anyway. You might as well get paid for it. But for those who think that, oh, well, I don't do but once or twice a year, I'm good. Travel is more than trains, planes, and automobiles. As a travel agent, you can receive a commission on things like sporting event tickets. Yeah, it's NFL season, right? I support the Washington Commanders. Yes, I know. We ain't even got to go into that. I'm still a fan, okay? So every time I, purchase tickets from my hubs and his friends or whatever, as a travel agent, they gonna go to the game, fuss, cuss, drink your beer, whatever. I am gonna get the commission. Are you laughing at my team, Lavette? Come on now, come on. Oh, is it funny? It might be. I don't know. I'm not that kind of fan where I would be ready to fight somebody, but it's been weak. Anywho. Right? So those tickets, yeah. And if they have to some people follow their football teams from practice to Super Bowl, home games, away games, and my team was just in Spain, right? And the funny thing is, I was on the Book of the Faces, and I saw one of my friends who I know is a diehard Commanders fan, right? I'm looking at her, she's in Spain. And at first I was thinking, why is she in Spain? The boys are playing this weekend. And then it hit me. Oh, they're playing in Spain. So she followed them to Spain. I want to know who her travel agent is. Is all I'm saying. Okay? So I said that to say people, they will follow their teams. So sporting event tickets, whether you're following your baseball team, football team, soccer, tennis, WNBA, NBA teams, right? There's a commission attached to those tickets. And if they're going to places like Spain, they got to fly. Commission on the flights. They got to find a place to stay. Okay? A hotel. Commissions. So, yeah. No, you don't travel that much, but you follow your teams. Okay. How about concerts? If you go to a concert, whether you following Miss Carter, New Edition, I want to go to that concert. Taylor Swift, soon to be Taylor Kelsey. Is she gonna change her last name? I don't know. In any case, you follow them, you go to their concerts. If you're a travel agent, you can buy those tickets, go to that concert, sing every word of every song until your voice is like this. Come home, still trying to sing. And everybody can't sing in the shower. I don't care what they say. Okay? But while you're resting your throat and getting it, you'll realize, I'm gonna get a commission from that concert. You can get commissions like, let's say, sporting event tickets, concert tickets, comedy events. Whether you're going to see Kevin Hart, Amy Schumer, Gary Owen. You get a commission off of that. Broadway plays, festivals, so much more. And you can find that out when you go to travelagentworkshop.com. Use my code TNIGHT5602. Or you can text the word workshop to 281-767-9711. Now, all that is also in my profile. So if you're connected to me, you follow me, I follow you kind of thing, you can slide over there and you can catch all that information. And the great thing about travelagentworkshop.com is 24/7. So even if you miss this live or the live is over, you've got that information, right? You ain't got to say, oh, well, I'll wait till I see her live again. Thank you, Lisa, for the follow. I'll follow you right back. Okay? You ain't got to worry. If you wake up at 1:15 in the morning and realize, oh my God, I was going to go to a workshop. Oh, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll wait till tomorrow. No, you don't. Go ahead. Go to travelagentworkshop.com. It's going to be there. Like I said, it's 24/7. Get that information, right? All the information and then some, so you can make an informed decision about being your own travel boss, starting your business, and being an agent on my team. Hey, R. Smith, what's going on? I see you. Y'all, make sure you know, because we play follow the leader over here, and we're going to get this live to 10K. My name is Tracy. I'm a travel professional. And as a travel professional, I will never, ever, ever, ever pay more than I need to again. Okay? Okay? And I'm here to tell y'all what I already know about being on the money-making side of travel. So if you've got questions, I've got answers. Go ahead and put your questions down below. I say, hey, Joan, I think that was Erica. What's going on? I see y'all. I see you. And thank you so much for the love, Lisa. I see you. Look, let me follow the leader. I see you, girl. I see you. Okay. All right. Hey, Erica, I see you with the look. I see y'all showing the love. Go ahead on. And if you really want to be brave, or not brave, but if you really want TikTok to say, hey, I see y'all, go ahead, get that orange heart up there. They love that because they want us to engage. They know we're here talking all things travel and money. All right. Grab your orange heart. If you're a creator of any level, small, medium, and large, they give away engagement points. So that's going to help you. Lisa, are you already in the business, or you look, she says she just can't wait to travel. Are you already in the business? The sponsor ID, Lovette, is TKnight5602. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all. I just got to turn my screen around a little bit. There you go. travelagentworkshop.com. You can screenshot this if you like. Travel Agent Workshop. Don't forget the .com. Use the code TKnight5602. All right? Y'all got it? You got it? Okay, cool. You're not in the business? Girl, why not? Because you know what? You just said you can't wait to travel. You know what? A lot of people feel the same way. If you ask anybody whether they're quitting their job, retiring from their job, what do you want to do? Travel more, right? And travel is it's not going anywhere. It's not one of those, you know, fly by night, one hit wonder kind of thing. People traveling, okay? I wish I had that chart in front of me. I'll make sure I print it out because I want y'all to know that everybody from the millennials, the baby boomers, the Gen X, they are spending millions, trillions of dollars every year to travel. Excuse me. So people are traveling. Hey, Miss G. What's going on? All right. So yeah, travel is a thing. Right? And it's not just the planes, trains, and automobiles. Again, my name is Tracy, and we are talking all things travel. So if you've got questions, I've got answers. This is a travel Q&A. So go ahead and put your questions down below. Or you can visit travelagentworkshop.com. And the code is TKnight5602. Okay, let me turn that around. Okay. Let me go ahead and put this up here for you guys too. Where'd it go? I'm gonna stick it in there. There we go. And I'm gonna pin it so y'all can see it for a minute or so. Because apparently it only lasts about a minute. Okay? Cool. All right. Or you can go to travelagentworkshop.com and use the code TKnight5602. You can also text the word workshop to 281-767-9711. All right? And like I said, don't forget, put the little hearts up there. Follow the leader over here, right? And don't forget to share the live. I know y'all know at least 5 people that I don't know. Okay? Okay. So, we now know that 85% of the people out there booking travel for free, leaving money on the table. Okay? You ain't got to do that. Let's stop doing that. And travel agents get paid by commission, which is paid by the suppliers. Not you, John Q. Public. Okay? And we now know that travel is more than planes, trains, and automobiles, all right? So one of the questions people will ask me is, well, okay, so how much of a commission do I get? Now, they will tell you that at travelagentworkshop.com. And I'm not going to go into the whole details, but I will tell you this. When you start your business and become an agent on my team, become an agent on my team, you walk through the door getting 70% of the commission on everything you book in travel. 70%. So let's just say, hey, Nibbles mom, I see you. You booked something, it's got $1,000 commission attached to it. Okay. 70% of that is $700. I don't know about y'all, but I can make $700 work for me. Okay. All right. If you can make an extra $700 just for doing something you were already going to do anyway, whether it was for you, your family, and your friends, say me in the chat. If you can use that extra $700. For me, I pay my car note, the car insurance. I'm going to put some gas in it, and I'm going to ride by McDonald's and get my Oreo McFlurry with extra Oreo. Don't judge me. I love it. Okay? I haven't had one in a while. Okay? All right? But I still would do it. Right? So if you could, look, 70% of everything you book in travel, come on now. You're already doing it anyway. You might as well get paid for it. Right? Right? Okay. Now, some people will ask me, well, can you really make money in this business? Now, see, I have two businesses in travel. I am an independent travel agent. I make my commissions off everything I book in travel. Okay, that's what I like to call my later money, because I can book something today for you and your boo thing to do in February, because you know y'all want to get together and share the love, that kind of thing, right? But I'm not going to get the commission for your trip until you guys come back. This is so that they can do all that accounting, make sure everybody was happy, nobody had any returns or anything else like that, right? That's what we call it, the later money. And you can make a lot of money as a travel agent. I'm going to get into that. But my other job in travel is as a, are you going to do it, Lisa? Make my day, girl. Make my day. Okay. My other job or business in travel is as a travel marketing rep. That's just me sharing the information, giving you guys the opportunity to become your own travel boss, because you're doing it anyway. You might as well get paid for it, right? And every time you decide, well, look, I'm gonna stop booking travel and not get paid for it, and you join my team, yes, I get a direct commission off of that. That starts residual income. That helps pay the residual bills, like the car note, the insurance, the mortgage, right? I want to eat a little bit, utilities, things of that nature. Okay? All right? So between the two of them, I have the opportunity to make up to 8 streams of income. 8 streams of income, right? You know, they say the average millionaire has at least 7 streams of income. With my 2 businesses, I have the opportunity to make 8 streams of income. And y'all, I am knocking on 7. Lisa, I'm looking for your girlfriend, because you could do it at any time, anywhere. And all I'm going to do is get that notification. Boom. And we going to connect like this. Like this. Now, y'all think I be just joking and playing around. I'm just being silly. That's just who I am. I am that animated because I am excited about this business. Because believe it or not, I am an introvert. You're like, no, you ain't. Yeah, I am. I am an introvert, but I'm an introvert with extrovert tendencies. So when I'm talking about something I'm passionate about, that I believe in, oh, I can do this all day. I can do this all day. So if you're like, oh, wow, she is, I am. But let me get this straight, though. Let's not get this twisted. I am an Army veteran. I'm a published author. I'm a businesswoman. What I'm not going to do is leave food or money on the table. I am animated because I am blessed and highly favored. And I have a travel business. So, y'all. So, Lisa, I'm waiting on you, girl. Look, you gonna have me stalking my phone like this all night, waiting for the notification. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's get on with that. All right. So somebody will ask me, because I don't see no questions, so I'm gonna keep on going until I stop. Hey, Chicken71, come on in. Some people will ask me, well, can you really make money in this business? And I really envision people saying, can you really? Yes, you can. There's a young woman, and I say young because she's probably younger than me, so yeah. Her name is Monica. Hey, Osai, is that how you pronounce that? She booked 85 cabins, y'all, on an Alaskan cruise, right? From that one trip that she booked for those 85 cabins, she was able to take that commission, go to her local dealership, and purchase a brand new 2025 Highlander Platinum Edition. It was beautiful. She showed us the pictures. Okay? She didn't need no loan. She didn't need no financing. She didn't need no co-signer. Cash based on the commission she made from that one trip. So yes, you can make money. Hey, Paula, I see you. You can make money in this business. There's another young lady, and I know she's younger than me. She is a one-star director. Okay? She was involved in a destination wedding, right? Hey, Karen, destination wedding. Guess what her commission was? $10,000. Now, you're probably sitting back there saying, Karen's in South Carolina. You're probably saying, oh, yeah, whatever. Because, I mean, it was a destination wedding, so it was a lot of people. Or the lady who did the 85. Look, that is not as impossible to do as you would think. When you think church auxiliaries, sororities, fraternities, family reunions. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, since the vid, the COVID, right? People travel in packs now. Right? Before I started my business as a travel agent, I would go on my cruise, because I cruise every year, y'all. I cruise every year. And I would look over to the husband, and I was like, babe, look, it's about 30 of them over there wearing the same t-shirt. The family that cruises together, 30. And I would say, that's a lot of money they spent for this cruise, because I already know what we spent on our cruise, and it's just two of us, right? Now that I am a travel agent, I see that same group of people on my cruises, and I'm like, wow, the travel agent who booked that, and I really hope they use the travel agent that booked that. Oh, the commission's going to be sweet. Because that's like 15, 16, 17, 18 cabins? Come on now. Y'all see the hearts? We playing Follow the Leader, y'all. Follow the leader. Because when we get this live to 10K, I'm giving away travel getaways. I do it anyway every time I go live and we go to 10K, because I just want to say thank you for y'all hanging out. And don't forget to share the live. Let's introduce me to some people. I get along with people. I really do. All right. So that answers the question as to whether you can make money in this business. Because a lot of people think you can't. But look, think of it like this. Think of the money that you spend when you travel, okay, as John, the consumer. Think of the money you spend as a traveler. And I just told you that travel agents get the commission off everything they book. Okay, thank you, Karen, for sharing the live. I appreciate you. Karen shared the live. Be like Karen. Share the live. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And if you're someone who's always planning the trips, making sure grandma and them get down to Florida for their little bingo tournament, you and the Bay, y'all go somewhere every year to celebrate an anniversary, right? The family is always going, and the family is huge, okay? But they're looking to you to put the trip together because they know you're the planner. You got this. Y'all leaving money on the table because you're not travel agents. If you want to learn more, go ahead and visit travelagentworkshop.com. Karen, girl, now you showing out for real. She done shared it with more than 10 people. Thank you, girl. Look, go to travelagentworkshop.com. Use my code TNIGHT5602. Right? Or text the word workshop to 281-767-9711. Hey, Natasha, it's going to give you the best sneak peek into this travel industry, which is $10 trillion strong and projected to go up to 15 in just the next few years. That's trillion with a T. That part. Okay? All right? Stop leaving the money on it. Okay. I ain't going to tell you what to do. I would just highly suggest that if you're going to be booking travel like a travel agent, you need to be paid as a travel agent. I'm just saying. Okay. Now, my name is Tracy. I'm a travel professional, and we're talking all things travel. This is a travel Q&A. So if you've got questions, I've got answers. Okay. Now, some people will ask me straight out their mouth. How much money have you made, Tracy, since you started your business? I mean, they want to know, and I kind of get it, but you can't be walking around asking somebody how much they make. But I will tell you this. I started my business January of this year, right, with this host agency. I got my first commission April 6th. I have been paid every week since April 6th. I know, it blows my mind every time I say it, every time I see the email. My director, I don't know if she's still here, she dripped in for a second. I call all the time. Is this real? How many times? What? Yeah. And that's mostly from the marketing side of my business. Me flapping my gums, telling everybody about the business, and they're deciding that if they're going to be booking travel like a travel agent, they might as well be their own travel agent and get the commissions attached to the travel that they book. It's as simple as that. That is building my residual income to pay my residual bills, to keep me being paid every week. This is just me talking. Okay. Now look, let me tell y'all this, right? Let me go and put this out there right now. I'm not trying to convince you to do anything that you don't want to do. I'm not trying to tell you to be anybody you don't want to be. I'm just here to educate you, because a lot of people don't know. I didn't know in 2009 when I started booking my travel. Okay, I did it myself. I was the DIY queen of travel. I don't need no stinking travel agent. I never used a travel agent until I became my own travel agent. Okay, right? So I understand that. I really, really do. So if you're that person who's always booking travel, whether it's just for yourself, your family, your friends, and your new friends, because strangers are just friends you haven't met yet, right? You're doing it anyway. You're just not getting paid for it. Thanks again, Karen, for sharing the live. You are amazing. Right? So I'm just trying to educate you on that, because maybe you didn't know. Because you were so busy doing it yourself, avoiding paying a travel agent, which, like I said, you never paid a travel agent. No. You, John Q. Public, the consumer, did not pay a travel agent. Oh, and here's something else you didn't know. Okay? Well, let me put it like this. What gets me is that, when I was talking to people and I started my business and we're talking about, the pros and cons of being your own travel agent, they were quick to tell me and look me in all four of my eyes and tell me that, you know what, Tracy, I appreciate you and everything, but I don't need no travel agent because I know how to do it myself. Okay, you are right. You don't need me to book your travel. You need to be your own travel agent and book travel. Okay, because you're not getting paid for it, but I'm a travel agent. I'm getting paid for it. And here's the thing. Every time John Q. Public books travel, they're getting the consumer rate. And you're like, huh? Yeah, I know. The consumer rate, right? It's not the best rate. It never is the best rate. I don't care when you sat down at your computer and your budget says less than $5,000 and you actually get it down to $3,800. You think you done did something, don't you? Bless your heart. It's still not the best rate. because you're paying the consumer rate. When I go in and book travel, I am paying the merchant rate, the real rate. You and I, we don't travel the same. We could be sitting right next to each other, booking the same trip to the Bahamas. We're going to be on the same flight, in the same hotel, right? On the beach, so close to each other, we can share an umbrella. We didn't pay the same, right? You paid the consumer rate. I paid, hey Judith, welcome in. I paid the merchant rate. We don't travel the same. As a matter of fact, you know what? The next round of margaritas, that's on me. I got it, right? See, y'all don't, okay. I don't know why my nose is running. I don't have a cold. Right? Okay. All right. I just thought I'd point that out to y'all. Y'all think y'all getting the best rate. You're not. You are not. Because when you start your business and become an agent on my team, not only do you get some amazing resources, training, and tools, you get, VIP access. When you go to a club and you go in, some of y'all can go in through the side door and sit in the VIP section. John Q. Public is just Googling hotels in Bahamas, and they hit one. And they find out what they want to know, where they want to book. Me, personally, since I have direct contact with suppliers, I go in through the travel agent side. I see it just a little bit different. Remember, when you book yours, you don't see the commission. When I book mine, I see the commission. Right? But we're doing the exact same thing. And that's what's so funny to me. You and I are going to sit there and do the exact same thing. Like I said, same flight, same hotel, be right there on the beach. And I'm going to get a commission. But when I tell you this, and I say, oh, look, girl, you need to be your own travel agent. Then all of a sudden, we put a timer on it, and I'm like, I can't be a travel agent. I can't be a travel agent. Why not? Didn't you just book a trip to Jamaica? And didn't you tell me that you was taking the wife to Hawaii? And you're not using a travel agent, so you're doing it yourself. Okay. But you do realize that you're doing the exact same thing that I'm doing, except now, as a travel agent, I'm going to get the commission on travel that I book. Now, if you're somebody who's like, well, you know what? I don't need that extra money because I don't book for travel once or twice a year or whatever. Okay. First of all, let's connect so you can take me out to lunch. Okay? And you can explain to me how you don't need that extra money. You do know that's how rich people stay rich, right? They will never say, oh, I don't need that extra money. Hey, Grace, they will never say that. Okay? And neither will I. All right? If I can save $1, give me my $1. Okay? But hey, it's up to you. All right? Karen out here showing out because she's sharing. She is doing it. Let me. Again, if y'all see the hearts, follow the hearts. We're doing follow the leader here because when we get this live to 10,000 likes, I will be giving away travel getaway vouchers. And this is for people who are not in the industry. Don't be cheating because when you're in the industry, you already have access to those things. Okay? All right? But for those of you who are not, you'll be able to go into my inbox, type the number 10, the letter K, and an email address so that I can send you the voucher. Okay? All right? So when you see those hearts, follow the leader. And make sure you share the live. Be like Karen. She's been sharing the live. Okay? I appreciate you, Karen. I really do. All right, so I don't see any other questions, so I'm going to go ahead and keep on going. Okay? Okay? Do I need experience or a large travel background to be a travel agent? No, you do not. Hey, Queen Chanel, what's going on, girl? Hey, sis, thank you for your heart me. No, you don't. I have people on my team who don't go anywhere past the post office. Okay. I mean, they want to travel. They do. But they haven't had the chance or whatever the reason is, they just haven't, but they want to, okay? And now they are successfully working their travel business, all right? All right? So, no, you don't need to have experience. You don't need an LLC. You don't need a certificate. You're not going to take any tests. And Tracy, don't do interviews, okay? No, right? All you really need to do is be 18 with a form of payment to start your business. And let me tell you this. It's a business. It's not a timeshare, and it's not a, what they call it, travel discount club. It is a legitimate answer to the IRS. Receive 1099 business. Okay? Now, you got to recognize what you put in your business, what you're going to get out your business. If you put a little bit in, you get a little bit out. If you put a lot in, you will get a lot out. All right? All right? And see, for me, I'm loving this business, and I know how much of a difference it is made in my life. So I am out to help 100 people change their lives. I'm out to help 100 people recognize the value of travel to change their lives. All right. So yes, I am looking for the self-sufficient, motivated, ambitious, and coachable, okay, to be on my team. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to grow this team, but not for me, but for y'all. Because you're doing it anyway. You might as well get back. I'm trying to help y'all not leave money on the table. Okay? Okay, this is a people helping people business. So whether I am helping you go on that dream trip of a lifetime, right? Or I am helping you use travel to change your life, because you're going to be booking travel, getting your commissions off of it. You're telling other people who want to start their own travel business, they're going to join you on the money-making side of travel. You're going to get that residual income. And before you know it, you're going to be like, wait a minute, all this because of travel? I was already booking travel. I did not know. Y'all don't know what y'all missing out on. Okay? If I seem excited, it's because I am. I am approaching almost a year. It'll be a year in January that I started my business. Okay? Hey, Sunshine Senior, right? And my goal is to be a one-star director, which means I will have changed the lives of 100 people, right? That have started their business and joined my team, right? I am November, just 2 months away. I've had 34 people say yes to this opportunity, okay? All right? So they already know. They went to travelagentworkshop.com, y'all. They went to travelagentworkshop.com. They used my code TNIGHT5602. Saw what was already. They found out what I and over 140,000 other agents already know. Hey, Miss Lucy, about travel, the money-making side of travel, and they started their business. Now, there's some people on my team I ain't seen yet. That's what I love about the automation of it all, because you can go to travelagentworkshop.com, get everything you need to start your business and be on my team, right? But let me tell you this. When you start your business for yourself, but you were never by yourself. When you start this business and become an agent on my team, right? You have access to me. You get my for real cell phone number. You'll have access to my calendar where you can get unlimited one-on-one coaching. So that means if we're talking every day, we're talking every day. Okay. Hey, Sonia, right? You'll also get access to our Facebook chat, our Facebook group, where there are decades. Hey, Jenny, decades. I see you. Decades of experience there. When I say they've been there, done that, got the coffee mug, you will get resources, tools, training, mentorship. I'm your coach, okay? And the community you'll be a part of, oh, trust and believe, we all fam in the club. We are always here for each other, right? It's amazing. So you will never be by yourself. Now, I've got some really self-sufficient people on my team. Like I said, they started their business. They're successful at their business. And how do I know? Because I see them booking travel. And as their coach, I receive the overrides. I get my commissions from travel. I ain't even booked. They out there booking. I don't know where them people went. I just know that they book travel. They got commissions, and I got the overrides. Right? Okay? They tell you all about that when you go to travelagentworkshop.com. They give you examples of commissions. They tell you about the streams of income. They tell you about the risk-free money-back guarantees. Okay? One of them I like especially because you can start your business today. And within 30 days, you decide, just not for me. You could just send them a nice little email because you wanted it in writing and say, I would like my money back. You ain't even got to give them a reason. And they're not going to call you and say, but wait, no, explain to me what happened. What can we do to make this better? They're not going to do that. They're going to return your money. That's just one of the money back guarantees, okay? They tell you all about that in travelagentworkshop.com. Don't forget my code TNIGHT5602, or you can text the word workshop to 281-767-9711. Now, all that information is located right over there in my little profile, right? So if we're connected, you can slide on over there and go ahead and get that information. My name is Tracy. I am a travel agent business coach. I make money when I book travel. I make money when I'm not booking travel. And I teach others how they can do the same, how they can be a part of this amazing industry we call travel. Chances are, y'all doing it anyway. You're doing the job of a travel agent anyway. You're just not getting paid for it. And that ain't no catchphrase or that's the truth. When I think about all the trips that I have booked since 2009, and I didn't use a travel agent, nor did I get paid as a travel agent. Ooh, if I could turn back time, if I could find a way. I think my director was singing that earlier today. But in any case, I would go back and do all those trips again and get my money, honey. Y'all doing it anyway. Stop leaving money on the table, because that's what you're doing. You're leaving money on the table. When you book travel and you're not a travel agent, you're leaving money on the table. Somebody else is getting the money. After all the work that you put in, somebody else is getting the money. Okay? All right. So, nope, you don't need travel experience. That's what we started. You don't need prior travel experience. You don't need to have gone around the world. If somebody said, well, I want to go to Barbados, you don't have to have gone to Barbados to book a trip to Barbados. When you start your business, become an agent on my team, you get the resources, the training, the tools you need to get them to Barbados. Okay? All right? And their videos. Right? Their videos. Start and stop on demand videos. So if you got to stop the video because the baby crying, hey Joe, or the dog needs to be watched, or if you're like me, you gotta go potty. I don't know about y'all, but when I gotta go to the bathroom, I can't think. So I like the fact that I can pause, go do what I gotta do, wash your hands, come back and finish watching the video. Hey Lady T, what's going on? Right? So you can do that, right? And they're not hard at all. And I'm going to tell you this. When you start your business, become an agent on my team, the one thing you will not get from me is a taskmaster. I don't do that. Look, I didn't babysit teenagers. I didn't babysit when I was a teenager. I'm not babysitting grown folks. And that's because I already know that when you start this business and become an agent on my team, you're going to get everything you need at your little fingertips. Right? You won't need me. Like I said, I got people on my team. One time, if I spoke to them then, I didn't even know they joined. There's some people who joined me from the Peekaboo Room. Because I see the names, here. Hey, Linda, in the live, okay? I see it. So if they pop up on my, in my, on my feed or whatever, I'm like, oh, okay. But there's some people I'm like, who is that? You know why? Because they went to travelagentworkshop.com. They saw what they needed to see. They found out what they needed to know about being part of this industry, about being on the money-making side of travel. And they said, okay, fine. Let me go on and do this. And they did. And they're successful at it. Okay? All right, so there's that. Again, my name is Tracy and I'm a travel agent. I've got two businesses in travel. One as an independent travel agent where I make a commission on travel that I book. Hey Jenny. And I'm also a travel marketing rep where I make money when I'm not booking travel. This is just me sharing the information and the opportunity with others so that they want to start their own travel business, they can. And yes, I get direct commissions off of that. That creates my residual income. That is what keeps me paid every week since April the 6th. And that ain't bragging. That ain't flexing. That's my truth. Okay? All right? Every week since April 6th, I've been paid. Sometimes twice a week. One time, y'all, I got paid 3 times in 1 week. Blew my mind. And it could be, and it happens. It truly happens. And I was like, y'all, my director will tell you, every time I see something new on the back office, I am calling her. I am blowing up her phone. What? I got paid for it? What? Yeah, that part. Okay. And because I like to book travel, and I don't have a problem with what in the hello. That noise that you just heard, I thought it was so cold that these little gnat thingies are everywhere, right? Well, no, they're not everywhere because look, I keep a clean house, right? And I do stuff to my little dishwasher disposal because I don't want them coming out of there. I dump the trash daily. I don't know where they're coming from, but they're getting on my nerve. And then I got this little jug or bowl that's got the little gnat juice, the vinegar, the Dawn dishwashing liquid, water, and sugar or whatever. And now that's the sweetest thing in the room. But I got this, and as soon as they get on the rim of the cup, smack, I smack them into the cup. Let me get back to my regularly scheduled program. Okay, so yeah, I do make money in this business, and I am not a gatekeeper, so I am here to educate you guys, not to convince. My director, she tells, there was one woman who wanted her, who asked her, well, convince me as to why I should start this business. That's not my job. I will give you the information. I will share with you the information, and what you do with it is a you thing. That's your business. I'm just educating you on what's going on in the travel industry as a travel agent, somebody who's doing the job of a travel agent and getting paid as a travel agent. What you do with that information, that's a you thing. That is a you thing. Okay. Hey, Kathy. All right, let me see. What other question do I have over here? I don't got much that I'm going to chat about. Because if you've been here on my live before, Teresa gets hungry after a while. Okay. Hey, Chris. Let's see. Can I do this part-time while I'm working full-time? Absolutely. Absolutely. When I started this business, I was working as a full-time federal government employee. Like I said, get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go an hour and a half one way, work 9 hours, turn around and come back. Hey, Stevie, what's going on? Right? And I retired in March. March 31st was my last day working for the federal government. And I've been doing my business full-time since April the 1st, right? But there are over 140,000 agents with this host agency and around the world in over 20 countries, and we're expanding. And I want to say at least 90% of them have full-time jobs. We've got doctors, lawyers, nurses, therapists, financial analysts, court reporters, stay-at-home moms, work-from-home moms, military personnel, and federal government employees. They still working their jobs. Look, because I'm not telling you to quit your job. I would never, ever, ever tell you to quit your job. Okay? What I would say is keep your job, build your business. Because let me say this. I'm so happy that the government shutdown is over. All right? I was a part of the one that lasted 35 days. Hey, JC, I almost didn't get my house. Because of that shutdown, because the loan people said I didn't have a job. But you know what? Won't God do it? I was still able to get my home. But one thing I learned from that whole experience, and I hope those who were affected by this one learned anything else. If they learned nothing else, plan B. Have a plan B. Because jobs aren't loyal, right? They're not. And they're not yours. You're just holding a position, helping build somebody else's dream, and they're just paying you for it, right? And they're not really paying you what you're worth if you think about it. But a lot of people love their jobs, okay? And they're not trying to stop. There are some lawyers who love lawyering. There are some doctors who love doctoring. Hey, Lady Mo, what's going on? They love their job. So I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm just saying, keep your job, build your business, because you never know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. And then what you going to do? What you going to do, boo? What you going to do? Right? Because that job is gone and you have no backup. You have no plan B, but you're wondering how you're going to put gas in your car. food on the table, pay for daycare, when you go back to work, when you find another job. Well, look, I learned from that, not this one, but the one before it, what they call shutdown, Plan B. This is a perfect Plan B because it involves something you're doing anyway, right? You're back to work, you're going to go back to work, and if y'all don't need a vacation, woohoo, right? You're going to book that vacation anyway, and if you're not a travel agent, you're giving away money. You're going to do it anyway. So you might as well get paid for it. Hey, Crystal, thank you for the follow. I'm going to follow you right back. Let me see if I can catch it. There you go. All right. Look, we're almost at 10K, y'all. When we get to 10K, I'm giving away travel getaways. Let me see. Y'all, do y'all see the hearts? Because my heart thingy. Okay, there we go. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Because when we get this to 10K, I'm giving away travel getaways. I only do that because I want to say thank you for hanging out with me on my lives. I appreciate y'all because y'all could be anywhere on these little ticky-tacky streets, but you are sitting here listening to me, looking at these locks, the way these things are locking. I don't know what's going on with my hair. And you're still hanging out with me. So I always want to say thank you. So when we get to 10K, I want to say thank you by giving away. Hey, Nayla. Is that Neela? My travel getaway. So we got to get to 10K. And then when we get there, all you got to do, make sure we're connected. You know, you're following me, I'm following you. Go into my inbox, type the number 10, the letter K, and leave your email address so that I can send you the voucher. I do it every time I go live and we go to 10K. And don't forget to share the live, right? While y'all seeing the hearts and you following the leader, share the live. Because I know you know at least 5 people that I don't know. Okay? All right. So yes, you can do this even if you have a full-time job. There are some people who Monday through Friday, they work their full-time. On Saturday and Sunday, they work their travel business. I've got people on my team that can only work it on the weekends. I just had someone who started his business and he is a commercial truck driver. Most of the week, he's on the road. And when he's not on the road, he's working his business. Okay? I think the last person who started her business and she became an agent on my team, she only works from home maybe once or twice a week. Otherwise, she's doing her full-time job, right? And she's working her business. See, after you start your business and become an agent on my team, we're going to have that initial phone call. At least that's the goal. And you're going to tell me what your expectation is, your goals are. And I'm going to ask you, how much time can you devote to your business? And if you tell me I only got 1 hour on Saturday and 1 hour on Sunday, okay, we're going to work a plan so that you can successfully work those hours and be a success at your business. All I want to say is, if those are the hours that you can work them. Be consistent, right? You can't say, well, I can work on Saturday and Sunday, and then you don't work but every other Saturday, only when the sun is out Saturday, you know, and Sunday, ooh, it's a miss. You know what I'm saying? Be consistent. If you tell me you only got 15 minutes, let's work together and make that the most successful 15 minutes you got. It can be done. It can be done. So yes, you can work this business even if you got a full-time job. Because like I said, keep your job, work your business. Okay? All right. Let me see. My name is Tracy. I had to think about that. My name is Tracy. I am a travel agent business coach. I make money when I book travel. I'm also making money when I don't book travel. And I teach others to do the same, to be a part of this amazing industry called travel. Y'all are doing it anyway. You're doing the job of a travel agent. You might as well get paid for it. And this is a travel Q&A. So if you've got questions, I've got answers. Hey, Nancy. You can also go to travelagentworkshop.com. Let me show it to you because I want y'all to say, hey, Rosie. Let me see. There you go. You can screenshot if you like. Travelagentworkshop.com, and the code is T95602. Travel Agent Workshop, don't forget the .com, and the code is T95602. Now you can also text the word workshop to 281-767-9711. Hey Joe, and look, you want to be special? Want to be like Lisa? Because Lisa's name's going to go on this board. I'm calling it. Get added to my board for November. All right? There's space for you right there. Right there. This is my whiteboard. I keep notes on here a little bit. And today's, or this month's, quote is, we become what we think about. We become what we think about, and that's my goal up there, right? But there's plenty of room to add names, so look, come on, I'm waiting for you. Hey, Vivian. Look, y'all doing it anyway. You might as well get paid for it. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to keep saying it because it's the truth. It's the truth. Let's turn that back around. And all that information that I gave you is also in my profile. So if we're connected, you can go into my profile and you'll see all of that. TravelAgentWorkshop.com. The code is TNight5602. Text workshop to 281-767-9711. And if you just got questions, go ahead, slide into my inbox, ask your questions. And don't think that the workshop's going to close. It doesn't. There's no operation hours. If you wake up at 2:13 in the a.m., I might be up. Be quite honest. I'm going to answer your question. Or you can just go in and go to TravelAgentWorkshop.com. Don't forget the code. TNight5602. Hey, Coach. See, y'all see her? Denise, the goat. The goat. She is amazing. Thank you for the heart me. It's because of her that I am a success. I'm going to just say it like this. In this industry, I'm considered a gold builder, which means I have at a minimum 9 people on my team, right? I've got more than that, but that's the minimum. And you know how I got here? That woman right there, Miss Denise. She is just about a 2-star director in this business, y'all. Or with over 200 something odd people on her team. I am proud to be one of them. Love it. Okay. But look, my mama always told me, if you're going to be a copycat, copy the right cat. When it comes to my director, Denise, okay, because she is amazing. There's nothing that she has not shown me, taught me, guided me, suggested to me that has not worked. All right. And you know what? I'd like to think that I am the same way. That's why people have started to, they join my team. Right? Because, once again, duplication. And nothing works but the work, which will make a lot more sense to you when you start your business and become an agent on my team. Okay? Okay. She says, "Oh, you too kind of proud of you." Look, I'm just me, and I ain't crazy. See, look, if I'm going to be doing the job of a travel agent, I want to be paid as a travel agent. Okay? All right? And I don't have a problem sharing the information with somebody else. Because like I said, I ain't trying to convince y'all or nothing. But what you're not going to do at the end of the day, so Tricia, you didn't tell me that. I didn't know that. No. But I will educate you on what I know. Right? Because if you know me, or if you think you know me, or if you want to get to know me, you will find out I don't have time for the dumb. All right? I'm not promoting. I'm not putting out there anything I do not like and or believe in. Okay? Okay? And most of us, we all love to travel. Right? I don't care if you say it out loud or not. You love to travel, or you want to be able to travel more. What a lie. Okay. So all I'm telling you is, if you're going to be doing the job of a travel agent, you might as well be getting paid as a travel agent. If you're someone who wants to be able to create residual income to pay those residual bills, mortgage, car note, car insurance, things of that nature, then look at the TravelAgentWorkshop.com. Use my code TNight5602. Hey, Sophia. That's another travel sis right there, girl. What's going on? Thank you for the heartbeat. Denise said, the board of the NAP ministry is conveying. Look, she is a standing member of the NAP ministry. I just recently joined. Okay. So I feel her. Right? And ain't nobody here to stop me after I get off this live. So thank you so much for stopping by, Coach. I appreciate you. Sophia says, "Not much, honey. I'm about to go to bed." See? NAP ministry. I don't blame you. I tried to sneak one in before I went live, y'all, but it didn't really take. But I'm home alone, so I can do it now. Okay? All right. And see, that's the beauty of this business, y'all. That's one of the beauties of this business. It's flexible. You can do this when you want to, where you want to. Okay. If I wanted to sleep for the better part of the day, I could have did that and got up and worked my business. Nobody was going to call me and say, excuse me, did you follow up with anybody today? Did you do a quote today? Did you do any training today? Anybody going to do that? I know I'm not going to do it to you, and nobody's ever done it to me. I love the personal freedom, the time freedom, because if I want to play hooky, y'all don't tell Denise. Shh, between you and I can do that. Right? Now, she might worry about me because we talk frequently. So she might, excuse me, I haven't heard your voice today. Okay? But other than that, no, she's not calling me to say, excuse me, aren't you working? Did you post? No, she's not doing that. You don't have to. Right? And the time for it, if I want to get up and go down to North Kakalaki to see my son and my grandbaby, I can do that. I ain't got to answer to nobody. I ain't got to put in no time off. I ain't got to do none of that. And the financial freedom, I'm not a millionaire yet. Okay? But I'm well on the path. Okay? So, yeah. And the fact that I can do my job from anywhere, because as long as I have a device and some Wi-Fi, I could do my job anywhere. Right now, I'm in office number 2, which is the living room, in front of the fireplace, in front of the TV. And this seat reclines. Okay? But I have my phone. I could follow up. I could call. I could text. I could post. I could do anything with my business right here from my second office. All right? My main office is a small bedroom down the hall that's got the laptop and the printer and all that good stuff in there, right? Ain't much to it. It's just the laptop and the printer, okay? But I can do it from there as well. I can get in my car and travel to North Carolina. Hopefully the Hubs is driving. And I could do one-on-one calls. I could do some training. I could listen to some professional development, which is also work in my business. That flexibility alone keeps me happy. Okay? Hey, wait a minute. What is that? Neltwin? Neltwin? Hey. Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Tracy. I'm a travel professional, and we're talking all things travel. Okay? So, if you've got questions, I've got answers. Just put them down below. Okay? How you doing? Did I pronounce that right? Put it down below, right? Or you can just go to travelagentworkshop.com, use my code TNIGHT5602, or text the word workshop to 281-767-9711. Okay? All right? What else did I want to tell you guys before I run up out of here today? Oh, and y'all see the hearts, right? We're getting this live to 10,000 likes. Okay, hey, Debbie, when you see the hearts, add your own. Play, follow the leader, okay? Because when we get this live to 10,000 likes, I will be giving away a travel getaway. That's my way of saying thank you for, hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. I'm not sure what it is today. I just haven't made up my mind. But as soon as we get there, you'll be able to go to my inbox. Make sure you're following. Make sure we're connected, right? Go in my inbox, type the number 10, the letter K, and an email address so I can send it to you. Now, I see the hearts, and we're doing follow the leader, right? So when you see the hearts, add some hearts. I see the hearts. I'm adding some hearts too. Who am I? I'm not going to do something I don't tell you to do. Oh, and share the live. I know y'all know at least 5 people that I don't know. I know you do. Okay, so let's get that out there. Hey, Deborah. What type of travel can I book? Now, as a travel agent, I sell recess. I sell the world. If you want to go to Dubai, we're going to Dubai. You want to go to Montana? I don't even know what's in Montana. Ever since Yellowstone, I've been infatuated with Montana. You want to go to Denver? We can go to Denver, right? I sell the world. So if you ask me, well, can I sell cruises? Is cruises in the world? Yes. Yes. So you can sell cruises, all-inclusives, fancy schmancy hotels, group trips, which bring the best commissions, okay? Destination weddings, honeymoons, Disney, international travel, you name it. As a travel agent, you can book it. and receive your commissions off of it. Okay. And you know what's the best part of it? You can focus on what you like the most. I love cruising. So I am a cruise specialist. I have been certified by at least 2. I'm working on the 3rd cruise line, right? Because I love to cruise. So if you want to be, and I just came back from Vegas, y'all. So if you want to be a Vegas specialist, all things Vegas, hotels, trips, tours, all that, you can do that. If you want to be somebody who is an expert in Jamaica and all things Jamaica, you can do that. You want to be someone who specializes in destination weddings, you can do that as well. You can find your niche and work within it, right? You can do that. Okay? So it's up to you. Now, here's a question that people will ask me, because like I said, my name is Tracy and this is a travel Q&A. And until I see your questions, I got a couple of questions that I can ask you. But if you've got a question, put it down there. Don't be afraid to ask. There's no dumb question. The dumbest question that you have is the one you do not ask. And don't forget to show the love, right? Show the love, because I know I'm not by myself in here, right? Follow the hearts. Follow the hearts, okay? Because when we get to 10K, if you're not in the industry, I will be giving away travel getaways. And I have to say that because in the beginning when I started doing this, I had a lot of people who were travel agents. And then not knowing it and not knowing better, I was just giving away when they already have the access to the vouchers. Okay? Just saying. All right. So one of the other questions that people ask me, well, how do I find my clients? Right? And it's like, oh, well, it's easier than you think. Okay, you can use social media. When I started my business, I took a picture and I posted it, and it said, "Hey, Sean," and it said, "I did a thing." The caption said, "I did a thing. I started my travel business. I can't wait to book the next trip, and I can't wait to help you book your next trip." Something around those lines. Then I had people commenting, "Oh, you a travel agent now? Girl, we trying to go to Barbados. Got you. Oh, we want to do something for my grandma's 70th birthday. Got you." You can start there. Social media can be your friend. Okay? You can start with family, friends, referrals. Now, I'm going to tell you something about your family and friends. They may get you in, but they might not keep you in. But when you tell your family that you are a travel agent, this is what I think they hear. "Hey, Alan." Is that Alan or Aline? I imagine they hear you say travel agent, hook up. Because they know you like to travel, right? You are always going somewhere. And now you tell them that I'm a travel agent. Oh, they gonna say, "All right, cool. Because you know I was trying to go to the Bahamas, so I know you got the hookup." And then you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna tell their friends the same thing. "Oh, my cousin Tracy, oh no. She's gonna be the one to book my trip because she's a travel agent. You know she got the hookup." It starts there, because then they're gonna tell 2 friends who tell 2 friends, and so on and so on and so on. Right? Okay. And like I said, social media can be your friend. There are a lot of different ways to promote yourself and your business in travel. You can do it the traditional way, where you're having house parties and you're sharing the information with everybody. You can do it offline. You can do it online. I personally like the online thing because I'm sitting here in front of it, and over, hopefully, there's quite a few of y'all who have seen me, versus me standing in the parking lot with a business card. I ain't doing that. Okay? But despite, that's not the word I want to use. No matter which way you would like to promote your business, there's a training for that. So you won't be by yourself. Well, how do I do it? You won't be by yourself. And you want to know how to get your clients, there's a training for that. Want to know how you can promote? There's a training for that. Okay? All right? So, like I said, social media, friends, families, referrals, they all count, right? Plus, when you travel, you're your own walking billboard. When you're having fun and talking to, because I talked to quite a people when I was on my way to Vegas and on my way home from Vegas, and got some new names and prospects, and they're getting ready to travel, and who they gonna call? Me. They gonna call me so I can book their travel, because they saw how much fun I was having, right? Why not? Oh, I see it. Now, some people also ask me, what kind of training do you get? Okay. You get full online training, All right, and they're videos, y'all. They're videos. No cost to you, videos. Even if you want to be certified as a cruise specialist, right? Because who better to tell you about Carnival than Carnival? Those certifications, no cost to you. So you get full online training, you get the business tools, the resources, the mentorship, you get me as your coach and your business partner, and you become part of an amazing travel community where even though you started the business for yourself, you will not be by yourself, okay? I personally help guide my team and make sure that the duplication works for them. Because like we like to say, nothing works but the work. And it really is easy. It's not hard at all. It's not. And chances are y'all were doing it anyway. So you might as well get paid for it. Okay? Now, a couple more questions. Some people will ask me, after we go through all this, and I've told them to go to travelagentworkshop.com, use my code TNIGHT5602. They will inevitably ask me, well, how much does it cost to get started? Now, while I'm not going to give you, go to travelagentworkshop.com. They're going to tell you exactly how much it's going to cost to start your business. But I will say this. Okay, hey, Jeanette. Another one of my travel sissies up in here. Go, girl, hey. Ain't you traveling right about now? Was that you with the fancy hairdo? All right. Well, how much? Well, it's about $200 to start your business. Now, I want you to catch your breath because I heard the gasp from here. Okay? And let me put it like this. She's in Barbados. Oh, girl, you got to come back and tell me all about Barbados because I've got some people who might want to go to Barbados. And I'm going to be... Okay. People always wonder, like, oh my God, $200. Let me tell you something. People, and I am people, tend to spend money on the daily, on the regular, and have nothing to show for it. When my husband and I go out for date night, and I mean date night, where we got to put some shoes on, and I put my special cologne or perfume on, we do all that, right? We spend well over $200 before tip for some good food, atmosphere, good company, right? But we're never going to see that food again. At least not the way we did on the plate, right? And if you've ever been in a wedding, you got to buy your dress, your shoes, your tux, or rent, or whatever. You've already spent more than $200, right? Right? And you're never wearing that dress again. Thank you for the heart, me, Jeanette. I appreciate you. Now, you did it because that was your person, your friend. They're in love, okay? But you're never going to wear that dress again, right? Right? So we spend a lot of money on stuff we're never going to see again, that we have nothing to show for it. Especially when I think about the money we spend, especially ladies. Well, you know what? I ain't going to say just ladies, because guys, my husband spends a lot of money on his shoes. Okay? We spend a lot of money on them shoes. The ones we look good in, but we ain't walking in. Like I said, nights out for dinner. And for me on the weekends, I spend a lot of money on Uber and DoorDash because I don't cook as much on the weekends. So my question to you is, would you rather spend $200 or invest $200 in something that could change your future? Remember, I've been paid every week since April the 6th, and the investment I made to start my business and become my own travel agent, starting my travel business, I've already gotten back at least 10 times. So I have something to show for it, right? I don't know. People, and I know everybody can't pull $200 out of the mom pocket. I get it. But on the regular, people will spend money on what they want to spend money on. So if you want to invest in your future, okay, visit travelagentworkshop.com. Use my code TNIGHT5602 so you can get the exact breakdown on what you're going to get when you start your business, so you can understand the value of starting your business. Okay? And like I said, I'm looking to have 100 people on my team so that I could change their lives. This is going to change their lives. It's changed mine. Okay. And my family, oh my God. They're like, at first they were like, okay, what's she doing now? What's she doing now? Okay. But now they know, oh, don't bother her. She's going live at 4 o'clock. She's doing a one-on-one call, right? The support is amazing because they see what's happening. They see the changes. Okay. All right. So now they say, you got a little extra money? My kids will say, Mom, I need an extra this. Okay, I got you. Okay. Not that I was scraping nickels. What was I? Starting my business has changed my life in so many different ways. So many different ways. And here's a quick little story. When I started going live, I go live every day, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. I had a phone call one day from an unknown number, and I answer them unless I close, in case I know I ain't got no business answering. But there was a young woman on the other end of the phone. I won't tell you her name. She said that she saw me on live, okay, and although she couldn't start her business, she was wondering, hey Jasper, if I could, help her. She explained her situation, and it was like, oh no, I mean, and at first I'm like, I don't know this person, I don't know her, and I have to be honest. I said, well, I wish I could, but I don't think I can at this time. I hadn't hung up with her for 5 minutes before the Lord looked at me as like, excuse me. So I called her back, and I did what I could to help. And I can only hope and pray that I was able to help. But the moral of that story is, had I not been here, had I not started my travel business, I would not have been able to be a blessing to someone else. Because this is truly a people helping people business. Whether I'm helping somebody, get on their next dream trip, helping somebody start their travel business to make a difference in their life, or I'm able to help someone because of my travel business, right? So however you come out of this with that, because like I said, I'm not a gatekeeper, and I'm not here to convince anybody to do anything. I'm just educating you on the travel industry and how you could be a part of it. Okay. That's all I'm doing. And I am looking for the self-sufficient, the motivated, the ambitious, and the coachable. And I don't do that for me. I do that for you, because if you've got those attributes, then you can't help but be a success at this. It's travel. Chances are you're doing it anyway. You're just not getting paid for it. And when you start your business and become an agent on my team, I'm going to show you how you can turn that around. Do exactly what you've already been doing that you probably enjoy doing. And now you're going to receive income from it. You're going to be able to monetize it. OMID. Is that what am I saying that right? OMID? I hope so. So, there you go. All right, let me see what else we got. Woo. So again, do you want to spend $200 or invest $200 in something that pays you back? Okay. Stevie, welcome back. All right, let me see. My name is Tracy. I'm a travel professional, and we've been talking things travel. This is a travel Q&A. So if you have questions, I've got answers. All you got to do is put them down below, and I will answer your question. Or if you don't want nobody to know your business like that, go ahead and go into my inbox. Make sure we're connected, okay? So that you can ask your question, and I will answer it later. Or you can visit travelagentworkshop.com. Use the code TNIGHT5602. Or text the word workshop to 281-767-9711. All that's in my profile. So if you're connected to me, I'm connected to you, you'll be able to see it in the profile. And while we're here, as we're winding down, we're getting close to that 10K, all right, then I can give away travel getaway vouchers, but only when we get to 10K. And when we do, all you got to do is go in my inbox, type the number 10, the letter K, and your email address so that I can see your travel voucher, okay? So when you see the hearts on the screen, make sure you add your own. Follow the leader, right? Because that's how we do it over here. And don't forget to share the live, right? The more the merrier, right? So when you see the hearts, add your own, okay? Let me see. Yours truly. I like that. Some of these names I see, I'm like, they so cut, yo. I don't know why my nose is running. I really don't. Ow. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Anywho. Hold on, y'all. Poor things, they can't swim. Anyhow, one more question that anybody else got any questions before I roll up out of here tonight? Now somebody will ask me, inevitably, is this a real business or a little side whatever? Okay, it is a real business. It is not a timeshare. It is not a travel discount club. It is a real business. Now, when you start your business and become an agent on my team, if you stand out in the middle of the street with a name tag, there are no name tags, but a name tag on it says, I am a travel agent, and expect that the world will be knocking down your door to either be your travel clients or your travel team members. Okay? It ain't gonna happen. It's gonna take a little bit of work. Hard work? No. But it's gonna take a little bit of work. But you know what? It's not that bad, because when you start your business, hey Norman, what's going on? When you start your business and become an agent on my team, you're going to get 3 emails, right? 3 emails. Because remember, I said I got 2 businesses, two. And you have options, okay? I am a travel agent where I get commissions on travel that I booked. I'm also a travel marketing rep. When I'm not booking travel, I get paid, right? That's my residual income, just for me sharing this opportunity with you guys. And then when you decide that, hey, look, I book travel all the time, and you decide to be your own travel agent, you join my team, yes, I get a direct commission. That starts my residual income. That's what's keeping me paid every week. But here's the thing. You don't have to do both. Some people be like, well, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that team thing. Can I just be a travel agent? Yes, you can. As a matter of fact, when I started, that was all I wanted to do. Miss Deneen, who was on here earlier, she taking a nap now. When she was on here earlier, when I came across her live before I started and we talked, I told her, look, let me get it right. I wasn't wearing this shirt, but I got all up in the camera because we were FaceTiming. I got up in the camera and I said, hey, no disrespect, okay? I heard everything you said about building a team and recruiting and everything else like that, but all I want to do is book travel for me and my family. That's it. That's all, period. I said it just like that. And you know what she said to me? She said, okay, sugar. Okay? Because she wasn't trying to make me do anything I did not want to do. But the funny part is, when I went in to go ahead and start my business, maybe I got FOMO, because everything that popped up, I was like, okay, yeah, I want that. Yeah, I want that. Ooh, yeah, okay, I want that. And I had already signed up for both businesses. And I'm so glad I did. Because like I said, I've been paid every week since April 6th. And I got to say that the majority of that, I want to say 85% of that came from the marketing side. Now, if network marketing makes you itch, you ain't gotta do it. You don't have to build a team. Anybody tell you have options. You do not have to build a team. Now, I've got some people who started on my team as just travel agents, and then they added the marketing side later. Not a problem. I've got people who started as just travel agent reps and then added the travel agent side. Okay, because here's the thing. If you start your business as a travel agent, of course you're going to get the commissions off of everything you book. And we now know the commission is built in everything, in the price of everything you book. Okay, all right? And you could book anything, right? But if somebody comes up to you and says, oh, look, girl, I see you. Okay, I can do this because, I go somewhere all the time. I want to be a travel agent. You will not be able to sign them up, because you're just a travel agent. In order for them to become a travel agent, they need to go through a travel marketing rep who sells the travel agent business. So you won't be able to help them. You have to give them to somebody else, which means you're not going to get that commission. Nope. You won't have access to any overrides, which is like the percent you get when your team members book travel. And it doesn't come out of your team members' pocket. This is the company saying, hey, thank you for introducing them to the team. And okay. And if you are a travel marketing rep alone, yeah, you're sharing the workshop and everything else like that. That's all well and good. But when you say travel to people, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, oh, well, can you book me a trip to Cancun? Technically, you can book a trip to Cancun. You just won't get the commission for that trip to Cancun because you're a travel marketing rep. You would need to be a travel agent to get the commissions on that trip. That's why I think it's just best to have both. Because like I said, when you start your business, people are going to be watching you. They're going to be watching you. And they're going to want to say, okay, I want to do what you do, right? So why not be in a position to say, okay, fine, join the team, girl, glad to have you. And make your money. Make sense? You can learn all about that when you go to travelagentworkshop.com. Don't forget my code TNIGHT5602. All right. Now we are almost at the 10K mark. Look, we're gonna need some more love. We're gonna need some more hearts. Are y'all tapping? It's like that. It's like that. Right? Because when we get this live to 10,000 likes, I will be giving away a travel getaway. And it's not just for one lucky person. Anybody who can see me, hear me, and even in the peekaboo room. When we hit 10,000 likes, you'll be able to go into my inbox if we're connected. You know, you follow me, I follow you, connected kind of thing. Type the number 10, the letter K, and an email address so that I can send those vouchers to you. Okay? All right? This is travel Q&A. You can ask me anything about the travel industry, what it's like to be a part of this industry, what it's like to be on the money-making side of travel. Y'all, it's a thing. I'm on the money-making side of travel. I love traveling. I absolutely love traveling. My thing is when I retired, my goal was to be a traveling retiree. I'd seen so many other people do it. And I'm like, I want to do that. I want to do it. And now that I am, I'm like, oh, okay, yes. So I love traveling. And I do get the warm and fuzzies when I put together a great trip for myself, my family, my friends, and everybody who want to go. All right, I do. My family already know that when I book a trip, before the trip is over, I've already planned and pre-booked the next trip. So all they do when they come back is they unpack and say, Mom, where we going? I let them know. All right? Because I absolutely love traveling. And now you're telling me that I can do the same thing that I was already doing. Book travel, have fun, come back, and get a commission for it? I'm gonna get a commission on travel that I didn't even go on. The neighbors saw that I was... Now they want to go on their 50th anniversary on a cruise. I got them. They're going to go have a good time. And I'm still going to get commission. And as a travel agent, I am able to offer my clients the best pricing so that they don't have to pay more than they would on a trip. Right? So you know what's going to happen? They're going to book that trip. They're going to be so happy about what they spent and didn't spend on the trip. They're going to come back and they're going to go again. And who they going to go with? You. When they tell people about it, who they gonna tell about? You, right? And even if you're just like, well, me and my daughter, we travel a lot. Okay, so you still leaving money on the table because if you're not a travel agent, somebody else is getting your money for the work that you just put in. Hey, Patricia, do y'all like that? Do you like paying somebody else for the work that you did? Because that's what you're doing. Okay. All right. So no, it's a real business. You get certified because in those emails that I told you, one of them is going to be from the travel side, and it's going to give you all your numbers, all your credentials you're going to need to hit the ground running as a travel agent. Okay. You'll get all of that, right? You'll be able to work directly with the suppliers, right? Right. And you can do it as much as you want to, full-time or part-time. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. I don't know what it is about my nose running and everything. I just don't know what it is, right? And like I said, you can do it on your own time, the way you want to do it. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, you can either say, "Let me start my business," or do you? Some people don't like calling it a side hustle. Okay. I see it as both. I work my business full time, okay? But some people, they already got full-time jobs, so maybe this is their side hustle because we already know jobs ain't loyal, right? You're liable to lose it tomorrow. Hey, Miss EB, what's going on? Oh, y'all, okay, we're going to get that close to 10K? Okay, all right, because we're at 9.4. When we get to 10K, I'm giving away travel getaways. But if I scoot out before then, get what? And I'm declosed because I'm a little hungry. All right. Again, my name is Tracy, and I am a travel professional. This has been a travel Q&A where you ask questions. Hey, girly. Is that girly? And I give you the answers, right? Learning about the travel industry, what it's like to be your own travel boss. If you're doing the job of a travel agent, you might as well get paid as a travel agent. Find out what I and over 140,000 agents around the world already know about the industry, already know about being on the money-making side of travel. It's a thing. I'm not just saying it outside of my... Look. Let me say this, because then I am going to scoot the boot. Okay? Let me say this. This may not be for you. It may not be. It's not for everybody. And I get that. I may not be for you. I may not be for everybody. Okay? But here's the thing. Before you say no, visit travelagentworkshop.com. All right? Use the code TNIGHT5602. All right, go in, see all that you're going to see. Watch the videos. They're start and stop videos. They are no cost to you, so you ain't got to give up a kidney, your firstborn, or your life savings to watch the videos, to be a part of the webinar. All right, find out what we already know. And then if you come out of that and you're just like, no, I get it. Because here's the thing. Example, if you will. I don't like asparagus. I really don't. I saw some on, what's today? Today's Monday. Saturday. I'm like, ugh. I don't like asparagus. But before I ever tasted asparagus, I was like, I don't like asparagus. And somebody would always ask me, why? Girl, it's good. It looks like a tree branch. That's what it looked like to me. Right? And I ain't eating tree branches. Right? Eventually, I tried asparagus. I don't like asparagus. And I can tell you now why I don't like asparagus. I don't like the texture of it all. I don't like the way it tastes in my mouth. I don't care if you grill it, bake it, fry it, or let it sit in the sun and cook. I don't like asparagus. But now when people ask me, why don't you like asparagus? I can tell them why. I say that to say, if this isn't for you, you're like, I don't think I want to do this. Okay. Go to the workshop. travelagentworkshop.com. I'm going to pin it one last time before I go. All right. Look, we're trying to get to 10K. I'm trying because I could have been gone like a few minutes ago. But let me go ahead and do this. There you go. travelagentworkshop.com. Okay. Use my code TNIGHT5602. Okay? Okay. All right? 5602. Or you can text the word workshop to 281-767-9711. All this information is also in my profile. And if you go there and you watch the emails and you're like, ew, no, I find that hard to believe, but okay. No, it's still a complete sentence. Okay, I get it. But at least you will know why you said no to this opportunity. Okay, hey, Z-Can, right? Because chances are you're doing it anyway. Even if you got a full-time job, when it's time to book that yearly vacation, who's doing it? Is it you? Is it you? And you're not a travel agent? Oh, okay. Okay. Just curious. But if you're going to say no, at least know what you're saying no to. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Right? Let's see where we are, because we're almost there, y'all. We are almost there. Okay, so let me say that. Those are the questions that I have, like the top 10 questions that I get when people are asking about becoming a travel agent. And if you've ever wanted to earn any extra income, doing something fun and flexible that you could do anywhere, as long as you have a device that's a Wi-Fi, you can work your business anywhere. Now's the time to start. The holidays are coming, y'all. People trying to get to Grammy's house for Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. right? Now's the time to do it. Now's the time to start. So if you are serious about learning more about becoming a travel agent, you can just inbox the word travel to me or message me after this live. And I'll send you the information. But you can also go to travelagentworkshop.com. Use my code TNIGHT5602. Okay? Remember, this isn't about perfection. Right? You ain't got to be perfect at it. It's like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, a lot of people, yeah. All right? It's about progress, right? You can start small. Dream big. Start small and travel your way to your goals, to freedom, flexibility. All right. Let me see. Last look at the numbers. Let me see. We did it, y'all. We did it. We made it to 10,000 likes. So what that means is if you are not part of the industry, okay, if you're not part of the industry, you can go into my inbox, type the number 10, the letter K, and your email address, and I will send you a travel getaway voucher. Right now, I think I'm doing the cruise thing, right? I think I'm cruising. That's a 5-day, 4-night cruise. You got to pay the taxes. I can't take care of y'all taxes. Come on now. All right, but make sure we're connected so you can find me, and then you can go into my inbox, type the number 10, the letter K, and an email address. And I'm gonna try and get to them right after this live, but I gotta go cook. Girlfriend is hungry. If not, they're coming out first thing in the morning. Okay. Okay. LT, what? I can't even see. Hey. Okay, so. If no one else has any other questions, I am here Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern unless something's going on or it's date night. My husband does not have a standing day off, so it could be any time. Usually, he'll send me one of those emails or text at like 3:40 and talk about the movie starts at 5. That kind of thing. So usually it's Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, or Saturdays, it's whenever, because that's my day to get my chores done, do my ripping and running, like my mama would say, ripping and running. And on Sunday, I try not to go live because that's the Lord's day, and who am I? Okay. So I use that day to relax, renew, and rejuvenate, and get ready for another fabulous week ahead. If anything that I said touched your mind and made you say, let me go here. Make sure you go to travelagentworkshop.com. Use my code TNIGHT5602. Again, that's travelagentworkshop.com, and the code is TNIGHT5602. Or you can text the word workshop to 281-767-9711. All right. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Y'all could have been anywhere, but you were here with me, and I appreciate that. So, in the meantime, in between time, until I see you guys again, take care of yourself, take care of each other, be blessed, and know that I love you. Good night.